Hi, everyone. Good morning. Today is January 2025, and I wanted to start a little series called How to Survive Technology, just to help my former students and future students and current students. So, if you don't know, we live in the most technologically advanced time in human history, and just like anything else in our lives, a little bit of something can be good, but a lot of something can be bad. And the same thing also occurs for technology. So I wanted to share with you an idea today that I teach about in my Technology and Civilization course called cultural lag theory. The information, the graphic is down in the show notes down below. So basically, what this is an idea that was coined, a term that was coined in 1922 by William Ogburn. He was a sociologist, social scientist, and his idea was basically this, that technology can hurt us, especially if we don't change as fast as it does, right? His specific idea was that human beings don't change as quickly as technology does. If we look at Moore's law for computer chips, they accelerate, right? Their computing power has just exponentially accelerated over time. And he said that our ideas, our habits, our culture, the music we listen to, the food we eat, they fail to change at the speed that technology does. And what is interesting about his writing and his work was he also looked at the two different types of culture, right? He is a trained sociologist. So material culture, which are our things, right? So the way that those things change. And then our non-material culture, like our values, our beliefs, our habits. And there are a couple of examples of this that I want to get into, but in every one of these cases I'm going to speak about, it causes stress and disorientation. So when you are a human, right, we sometimes have, like Yuval Harari, the writer of the Sapiens book, talks about the idea that we have an organic rate of change, and technology has an inorganic rate of change. And basically, technology can move much faster. AI is moving much faster than we can, and this causes us pain and suffering. And it's not if you will experience pain and suffering, but when, right? And so let's talk about a couple examples of this. So one of my favorite examples, because I was born in 1981, was the digital distribution of music. When I was a kid, you used to go to a store and you would get physical media. When I was really young, it was tapes. After that, it was CDs, compact discs. And when the internet came out, there was a serious amount of stress, conflict. People were suing each other. There was Napster. People were downloading files. Artists were getting very upset. Studios were getting upset. And the entire business model changed. And for a lot of people, that was very stressful, right? Another one that is easy to kind of talk about is stem cells. We know that stem cells have this amazing ability to heal different parts of the body. They have what's called pluripotency. And this raises all kinds of ethical questions, right? When does life begin? What religion, what your religion and your cultural values dictate. And we see this playing out on the public stage and in the political stage here in the United States. When we have a certain type of president, we get tons of money invested into stem cell research and we get advancement. And when we have another type of president, we get a reduction in funding and a moving away of that kind of research. And this really hurts people who have loved ones or they themselves have genetic or health issues that could be solved by stem cells. And there are many such cases out there. One of the big ones, most popular ones, is right here in my pocket. this causes all kinds of stress and disorientation. The smartphone, right? We're currently looking to ban TikTok, I believe, in a few days here in the United States. We know that it affects the teenage brain. We know that it remaps the brain. We know that it causes all kinds of issues and stress. Teen suicide is up incredibly. We know that we're having a loneliness epidemic in the United States. Our Surgeon General is currently talking about this, and 1 out of 2 Americans is saying that they have measurable loneliness because we're sitting inside on our phones all day. We're not getting out and having micro interactions, right? So now that you know about cultural lag theory and how you're going to feel stress and disorientation as things change rapidly, what can you do about it? Well, I'll give you 3 pieces of advice that you can do to kind of survive this rate of technological change. So the first one is, and I want to get this tattooed somewhere on my body, nature will never fail you. Right? Nature will never fail you. So when you feel stress, disorientation, you feel like your brain is like messy and disorganized, go to nature, right? Seek her out. Go for a walk, go to the beach, maybe read, do poetry, seek time with friends, do non-technology mediated activities. My favorite is to go for a walk, leave your phone in the car or leave your phone at home if you're brave. Take your smartwatch off and just go for a walk. Research has shown that the noises of nature calm your brain. The blue and green wavelengths of light calm your brain as well. And there's been some research out of Japan that going for walks in coniferous forests actually increase T cell production, which are your killer cells which fight off cancer and viruses and bacteria and things like that. So that's one. Seek out nature. Number 2. Turn it off. So first thing you always have to do is notice where the stress and disorientation is coming from. Is it too much screen time? Is it work? Is it your personal life? Is the to-do list? What is it? So first of all, notice what it is. For me, a lot of times I'll spend too much time on screens. I'll be inundated with all kinds of new ideas and videos and thinking. And when that happens, you have to notice what it is. And then number 2, turn it off. Most technologies today still have an on-off switch, and one of the best pieces of advice you could ever get in today's day and age is almost everything can be turned off. So take a break. Go do something else. Whatever that else is, go do something else. Try to avoid screens if you can. Number 3, seek others. So human beings are social animals. We evolved to live in groups of about 150 to 200 individuals. This is called the Dunbar's number. And we like to be around people. Think about the last time you really had a great time with your friends. It increases all kinds of feel-good chemicals. It makes us feel connected and safe. We have a really, really good time when we're hanging out with people. Now, what if you don't have anyone close? Maybe you're at school, maybe you're traveling or something. Even going and existing in a coffee shop where others are there seems to help. I know that it helps me. And you may even have what sociologists call micro interactions. When you're there, you might, talk to somebody or say, hey, can I plug my laptop in there? Or, whatever, right? Somebody might say something. And those micro interactions could lead to friendships or even relationships. Sociologists know that a certain number of micro interactions will lead to a friendship, and a certain number of friendships will actually lead to relationships. So those are 3 things you can do. Seek out nature, turn it off, and seek out humans, right? Actual, real human connection, not technologically mediated connection. So you have to be in the same physical space, and you have to not touch someone, but be close enough to touch them to feel good and have those chemicals work. So I hope you learned something. I hope you can apply this to your life, and I'll leave the notes in the slide down in the show notes. Okay, thank you.